Let's start in child's pose today. So today we're going to work on step through muscles and a little bit of inversion muscles. Still beginner-esque kind of stuff. The step through muscles are some of the basic movements in yoga that get overlooked. So we'll get into that later. For now, it's all about your breath. It's all about withdrawing your eyes from the practice, so you don't need to depend on those so much. Just cultivating a little more of a mindful experience. Deepen your breath. See if you can breathe in all directions, so you're really filling up the lungs, starting to open up the organs that help us to breathe. Good, and then staying with that, go ahead and rock up onto your hands and your knees. And then nice and easily here, just stretch your right leg straight back behind you. Good, reach the left arm straight out in front of you in a handshake position. And then just see how long you can get here. Chin draws down a little bit, belly draws up, right leg straight as can be. Yeah, I feel like you had that right leg was about 100 feet long, so you really got to get it straight. And really drive through all 5 fingertips of your right hand. Good, take one more inhale here, and then set everything down as you exhale. And then go ahead and switch. Left leg extends back, right arm extends forward. Good. So it's a lot about the shoulders here. You want to find the external shoulder rotation, pull this right shoulder back into its socket, but more important, it's the left shoulder. You're pressing out of that left palm. You're drawing your belly up, so you're not hammocking in the spine. Good, let's just take one more inhale, just warming up. Exhale, set the hand and the knee down. Then step back to plank position. Plank position's upper push-up, so shoulders stack over your wrists, arms are strong. Hands are as wide as they should be in down dog here, so usually shoulder width apart or wider. Good. I'm going to take a nice big inhale here and then lower all the way down to the ground as you exhale. Reach both arms straight out in front of you. Imagine as though you had a block between your hands, so the pinkies are on the floor, the thumbs are facing up. Place your forehead on the ground. Stay with your deep breathing. And lift your right hand 6 inches off the ground. Lift your left foot 6 inches off the ground. Good. Lift your head last, but without looking forward. You're looking straight down at the floor. Good. Take one more inhale here. Set both limbs down. Switch limbs. Left arm, right leg. Just lift them up. Not too high, not too low. Just warming up. Yeah, you can press through the right hand a little bit and the left toes. Good, take one more inhale here. Set everything down as you exhale. Good, from here, slide your thumbs by your upper ribs. Pull your elbows in tight. Good, lift your right foot off the ground. Good, little baby cobra with the right leg lifted. So you can't go too high here. And then exhale, chin down, set your right foot down. Good, lift your left foot off the ground. Again, a little small baby cobra, lift and open. Good, exhale, chin down, left foot down. Good, lift both feet off the ground. Inhale, baby cobra with both legs lifted. Exhale, chin down, both feet down. Full cobra this time, to your own degree. You're not jamming, you're not forcing, you're just lifting, opening and rolling the shoulders back. Take an extra inhale here, chin to the floor as you exhale. Curl the toes under, and as you inhale, press straight up to plank pose. Downward facing dog as you exhale. And then just breathe. Steady the breath, steady the mind. Palms are really gripping the floor, index fingers pointed straight ahead. Heels pressing down, hips lifting high. Make sure the neck is nice and relaxed, as well as the face, the lips, the eyebrows. Good. Let's just go through a couple of those vinyasas to find our flow. Inhale, slide forward to plank pose. Exhale, lower down all the way down to the ground. Set up for cobra, release the toes. Cobra, inhale. And then downward facing dog as you exhale. Good. And just one more time. Inhale, slide forward plank. Lower down nice and slow. Cobra or upward facing dog. Arms would be straight in that case. Downward facing dog, exhale. Good. If you chose the straight arm variation, your thighs lift off the floor as well. It's more risky on your back, so know that if you're a beginner, I suggest not doing upward facing dog with straight arms. Keep your elbows nice and bent. Otherwise, let's move on from here. Unplug your hands, crawl them to the back of the mat, and take a forward fold. Grab your opposite elbows. So today we have 60 minutes to kind of cover a lot of groundwork. So all that really means in a 60-minute class is that you have a little less time to get focused. So you're looking for the focus, you just need to find that zone a little bit faster. Now, some people think a 60-minute class is easier. That's not necessarily the case. I find it more challenging. I find 3-hour class to be the easiest. Good. From here, go ahead and grab your opposite elbow, the one that you're not grabbing now. It'll feel a little funky at first. Real simple. It's the same stretch. It's kind of like a left-handed, right-handed thing. We like to balance the body out, even if it's very subtle. Good. Very nice. Release your hands down to the ground. Slide them up to your shin bones, hands on shins. Pull the heart forward so those arms are straight. Take an inhale, and then fold forward as you exhale over the length you created. 2 more times. Inhale, flat spine, elongate. Fold in as you exhale. Good. Do it one more time. Inhale, flat spine, lengthen out. And then fold in as you exhale. Crawl back out to the top of the mat, fingertip by fingertip. Eventually, most of our heels will lift off the ground a little bit. That's kind of how you know you're in down dog position. And very nice. And then from here, inhale, wind your hips back, bend your knees, look forward, and then step or hop to the top of the mat. That's over the exhale. Top of the mat. Inhale, flat spine, lengthen out. And then fold in as you exhale. Go ahead and press down through your feet. Stand up. Sweep your arms up and over your head. And then hands to the heart center as you exhale. Good. Take a few breaths here. And back to intention, back to source. Feel the shoulder heads rolling back and down. The tailbone draws down, the upper ribs soften in. Okay, before we move on to these sun salutations, interlace the fingers. Press your palms forward. Good. Now, a tendency here is as we slowly move the arms up, the tendency is to bow the upper ribs out. You don't want to do that. You want to draw the tailbone down and keep your upper ribs in. It's very important. You're not forcing the arms all the way up. Most of us have tight shoulders, and we'll get right about to the point where they're not straight up. We could force them up, but that's going to make us bow the ribs out. Good. Now we're going to bring this back whenever we start to think about being upside down, which we're going to try later. Good, but for now, go ahead and reach the arms up, release the fingers, take an inhale here, forward fold as you exhale, bend at the waist. Good, inhale, flat spine, find space, and then step or hop the feet back and lower down. At your own pace, no rush. Good, cobra inhale, open your chest, lift your heart. Downward facing dog, exhale. Good, right back to the start. Good. Now from here, squeeze the right knee into your chest. Feel the shoulders stack over the wrists so it's more like a plank pose. And just kind of acknowledge that it's not the most comfortable you're going to be today, but it's also necessary. These are the step through muscles, but we're not going to step it through. Come back to downward facing dog and switch legs. Left knee into the chest. Good. So we're going to avoid sweeping the leg back until later in the practice. For now, come back to downward facing dog. And then go ahead and lift your hips. Inhale, bend your knees, look forward, step or lightly hop to the top of the mat as you exhale. Good. Inhale, flat spine. Fold in, exhale, root down and rise. Sweep your arms straight up to the sky. And then hands to the heart center as you exhale. Good. Do it again. Inhale, sweep and reach. Be mindful of sticking your butt out behind you. Forward fold as you exhale. Lead with your waist. Inhale, flat spine. Pull the heart through. Step or hop the feet back. Lower down. Good. Lower slow to build strength. Cobra or upward facing dog. Inhale, that's all about length. Downward facing dog as you exhale. Pull the hips up and back. Good. Take an inhale here. Right knee to the chest. Exhale, squeeze. Good. Back to downward facing dog. Inhale. Left knee to the chest with breath. Exhale, squeeze. Back to down dog. Inhale, lift your hips, bend your knees, look forward, step or hop. Top of the mat, please. Inhale, glance forward. Fold in as you exhale. Stand up, sweep your arms up and over the head. And then hands where the heart is. Exhale. Good. Again, inhale, sweep and reach. Draw the tailbone down. Forward fold as you exhale. So you're technically sound. Inhale, flat spine, elongate. Step or hop the feet back. Lower down gradually. Cobra inhale, open the chest, spread your collarbone, downward facing dog as you exhale. One more round to go, but first, inhale, down dog, right knee to the chest, exhale, squeeze. Back to down dog, inhale. Switch, left knee to the chest, squeeze. Back to down dog, inhale. Lift your hips and bend your knees. Step or hop to the top of the mat. Last one of these. Inhale, flat spine, elongate. Fold in, exhale, stand up. Sweep the arms like a knife to the sky. Hands to the heart, center, exhale, synchronize. Sweep and reach your breath with your movement. Forward fold, exhale, hinge at the waist. Just like you're dancing with your breath. Inhale, glide that heart through. Step or hop the feet back, lower down, cascading down to the earth. Cobra, inhale, open the chest, lots of breath. Downward facing dog, exhale. Good, very nice. Yeah. And then just moving on from here, squeeze the right knee into the chest and step it through top of the mat. So you feel the same muscles working. If you don't get it all the way up there, take your right hand, pull your right foot up there a little further. Stay on your back toes, come up to your fingertips and pull your heart forward. Good. Without moving your chest anymore, just reach your arms down by your sides, parallel to the floor. Now, some of you could feel stronger in your left leg. I know it's obvious that you're strengthening your right leg here. Let the left leg support you as well. Good. Feel the lower belly lifting a little bit. Find a little bit of that cobra in the spine, just a touch. And then nice and easy, set your left hand on the floor or a block and reach your right arm up. Good. And notice you can kind of control the twist using your bent right knee and using your straight left leg. Good. So you're breathing through the twist. The diaphragm has a little compression on it. You're aware of that. So you're breathing more intently. Good. Take one more inhale here. Bring the right hand down to the ground. Listen, I want you to step your back foot about a foot closer. Spin it flat on the ground and straighten your right leg. Good. And then if you need blocks, then you should be using blocks on either side of the foot, or your hands are on the shin or on the floor. Good. And you're just breathing. Good, yeah. So you have a shorter stance, that left foot steps in, you're still on the right leg. And breathe. What happened to the breath? Yeah, very nice. Go ahead and rebend your right knee, step back to downward facing dog, palms flat on the ground. And then take your inhale here. Squeeze the left knee to the chest, round the shoulders, step the foot through, top of the mat. Good. Stay on your back toes. Come up to your fingertips. Pull your heart forward. Remember, you want a long stance here, so you need to pull the foot up there if you didn't get a long stance. Reach the arms down by your sides. So the idea in this shape here is that if you were to kind of drop your hands down, they would still hit the floor right where they are. So some of you need to drop your chest lower. Good. Roll the shoulders back and down. Feel the lower belly lift. And then set your right hand on the floor inside of your left foot. Reach your left arm straight up. Allow your body to twist. So yeah, you are opening the left chest, but you're also keeping the right hip even with your left. Good. And just finding that steady breath, that steady mind. Take one more inhale here. Left hand down to the ground. As you exhale, now listen. Step the back foot a foot closer. Spin it flat on the ground. Straighten your left leg. Yeah, and if you need blocks, use blocks on either side of your foot or on the shin or be on the fingertips. Think flat spine. So there's almost a little bit of a back bend in your forward bend. Good. Yeah, think about turning that left hip back. So you're not turning the hips open to the right. You're turning the left hip back. Good, like that. There you go. Nice. Good. Rebend your left knee. Step back to downward facing dog. Palms flat on the ground. And then let's move on. Good. First, big inhale through the nose. Open the mouth. Let it go. Good. Inhale. Wind your hips back. Bend the knees. Step or lightly hop to the top of the mat, please. Good. Inhale. Flatten the spine. Fold in. Exhale. Chair pose. Bend the knees. Squat down. Reach up. So chair pose, you have the weight in the heels. So most of you guys know that. Looks like you have pretty good chairs. You want to be able to see your toes, so make the shin bones press back. Good. Recruit your belly muscles. Then imagine as though you had a block between your palms. Good. Pinkies rolling in a little closer. Thumbs rolling out. Good. Take one more inhale here. Stand up. Hands to your heart center as you exhale. And then come right back to chair. Continue squatting lower and lower until you're all the way down on your butt. Good. Boat pose. Good. Not going to hold boat very long. Just want you to pull the chest forward. Good. So you're taking the roundness out of your spine. Take one more inhale here and lay down on your back. Good. Hug the knees into your chest. Good. So what you're going to do here is keep the right knee hugged in and extend your left leg forward. Good. Flex your feet. Lift your left foot off the ground a few inches and curl the nose up to your right knee. Interlace the fingers behind your head. Think about lifting your chest up. Good. Now think about this. Reach your arms forward and try to get your fingers to go a little bit past your right foot. So you're really pulling that right knee in and straightening the left leg forward. Now think about this. Reach your arms straight up. Try to get your elbows above your right knee. And then turn your palms facing up like you're pressing the ceiling away from you. We just did this for down dog. Press a little higher. Good. 3, 2, little higher. 1. Go ahead and release. And switch sides. Left knee into the chest. Right leg forward. Good. Flex your feet. Point your toes back. Get a grip here so the right foot lifts off the ground. And then curl it up. Nose to the knee. Good. Interlace the fingers behind the head. Lift your chest a little higher. And then reach your arms forward. So you're framing your left foot. Really energize the core. And then both arms straight up. Same idea. Turn your palms up. Think about pressing that ceiling away from you and pulling that knee in for 3. Good. Just temporary. 2. We're not here long. 1 more. Lift higher. And release. Good. Happy baby pose. Reach out. Grab the outer edges of your feet. Plug your knees down. And so the arms are just inside the knees, hands outer edges of the feet. But nothing big here. Just a small stretch. Bend those knees deeply. Maybe rock a little side to side. Just feel the sensations that you're experiencing. Good. We'll come back to this pretty soon. Go ahead and release the feet. Knees together. Grab the backs of your legs. Start to rock and roll your way back and forth, back and forth. And let's go ahead and meet in downward facing dog. When you're ready, plant the palms, step the feet back. If you want the vinyasa, you're welcome to take it. Good. So from downward facing dog. Good. Come on back. Good. From downward facing dog, set your knees down on the ground. Good. And sit on your heels. So the next part of the practice is when we're getting into our first little inversion thing. So what we're basically going to do is when we come back to down dog, we're going to shorten the stance by about 6 to 12 inches. It's kind of personal. And then we're going to lift. We're going to do both sides. But when we lift a leg, we're going to commit to it being straight. We're not going to bend it. We're going to keep it straight. The knee that bends is the one that's on the floor. It'll be the right one when the left leg's up and the left one when the right leg's up. And all we're going to do is hop and squeeze the knee into the chest. We just did this on our back. We just did this in down dog. You're just going to hop and squeeze. And if you hold it, fine. You can hold it in hand and hold the handstand. Otherwise, let's give it a try. Downward facing dog. Walk your feet in 6 to 12 inches. Find what works for you. And lift your right leg straight up. Keep the right leg straight. That's kind of the key here. And then as you swing your straight right leg up, just squeeze the left knee towards the chest. Doesn't have to be all the way up. It can be tiny little hops. Good. Keep the right knee into the chest, even if you can hold the handstand. Little hops, little tiny ones. Yeah, just tiny hops. Good. Try 3 more on this side. Good, Chris. Squeeze that left knee in. Sylvia, you got good technique. All right, everybody, down dog. Switch legs. Lift your left leg. And let's try the other side. So as you lift the left leg, that's the leg that stays straight, and the right knee comes into the chest. Really press those palms flat into the floor. Think straight arms. That doesn't change. When you're ready, swing that straight left leg up, right knee to the chest. Little hops are great. Little hops will turn into medium hops eventually, maybe not today. Some of you guys got it pretty good. Good, 3 more hops. Good, give it one more try. And downward facing dog. Good, if you need child's pose, take child's pose. Otherwise, take a few breaths. But yeah, when you go upside down, especially when you're not used to it, use a lot of energy. So restoring that energy. Good, let's go ahead and move on. Just to polish off that whole sequence, squeeze the right knee into the chest. Exact same thing. Shoulders over the wrists, step the foot through, top of the mat. Spin your back foot flat on the ground. Warrior one, reach your arms straight up to the sky. Good. Feel the power of your left leg here. Good, and then feel the power of your arms here. You should be feeling like you're holding a 100-pound block over your head. That's it. And the reason is because if you really energize the arms now, eventually when you turn it around, you'll energize the arms in handstand, which you have to. Beautiful. Take your hands behind your back, interlace the fingers. Inhale, pull your chest open, and then fold slowly inside of your right leg as you exhale. And drop your head, relax your neck. Feel the outer right hip turn underneath you. And it kind of sounds crazy, but it's almost like you're trying to do a headstand here. You're trying to do a tripod headstand as you shoot the crown of your head towards the floor. Yes. Yeah, and at the same time, you feel if you're rigid anywhere, and you smooth it out. Usually the breath will help you do that. Good, now fire your back leg up. Press through the center of your right heel to come all the way back up to warrior one. Good, and then nice and easy. Hands to the ground as you exhale. Take the vinyasa with skill. So the elbows stay in, you lower chaturanga, either all the way down for cobra or halfway down to the transition to upward facing. And then downward facing dog as you exhale. Squeeze the left knee into your chest, light as a feather. Step your left foot through, top of the mat. Spin your back foot flat, warrior one. Reach your arms straight up above. Generate the power from the back leg to turn your left hip back just a little. Nice. And then imagine as though you had that block between the palms. You're squeezing it more with your pinkies, more with your shoulders. Yeah, but it's 100 pounds. The arms are strong. Good. Take the hands behind the back, interlace, opposite thumb on top. Inhale, peel the chest open, and then fold slowly for more length as you exhale. Good. And I always notice a little more tightness on this side personally, for whatever reason, left hip, left shoulder. You're not here to judge where you are. You're just here to experience where you are. Again, feel the crown of your head stemming towards the floor. Feel the back leg generating power. And then let the left heel help you. Press it down, come all the way back up. Warrior one arm, shoot them high. Hands to the ground as you exhale. Shoot the left leg back. Lower down slow. Good. Cobra, inhale, enjoy your flow. Downward facing dog as you exhale, let the head go. Good, everybody. Take a big inhale through the nose. Open the mouth, let it go. Oh, yes. Inhale, lift your hips, bend your knees. Step or lightly hop, top of the mat, please. Inhale, glance forward. Fold in as you exhale. Back to chair pose, squat down, reach high. Good. Stand up, hands to the heart center. Beautiful. Right back to chair pose. Inhale, squat and reach. Forward fold, exhale, straight knees. Inhale, flat spine, please. And then step or hop the feet back, lower down gradually. Just like we rehearsed. Cobra, inhale, open the chest. Downward facing dog, exhale, step your right foot through. Spin your back heel flat. Warrior one, inhale, generate some power. Hands to the ground, exhale. Right leg back, lower slow. Beautiful. Inhale, feel the control. Open your chest, no rush. Downward facing dog, exhale, left foot. Step it through. Spin your back foot flat. Warrior one, inhale, never in a hurry. Hands to the ground, exhale, left leg back, lower slow. Good. Cobra, inhale, enjoy your flow. Downward facing dog, exhale, drop your head low. Good. Let's do one more full round of that, and then we'll move on. Good. Inhale, wind the hips back, bend the knees, step or hop through, top of the mat, please. Inhale, flat spine. Fold in, exhale. Chair pose, one breath, bend and reach. Stand up, hands to heart, exhaling. Back to chair pose, like you're dancing with your breath. Forward fold, exhale, drop your head. Flat spine, inhale, lengthen out, and then step or hop your feet back and lower down. Elbows in tight. Cobra until it feels just right. Downward facing dog, exhale. Right foot, step it through. Back foot flat, warrior one. Arms to the sky, inhale. Hands to the earth as you exhale. Right leg back, lower slow. Finish your movement, finish your breath, even if it takes all day. Left side, finish the left one on your own, and then we'll meet in downward facing dog. Once you get back to your downward facing dog, go ahead and unplug your hands, crawl them to the back of the mat. Good. Take your first 2 fingers, hook your big toes. Inhale, lengthen out. And then exhale, fold gently in. Just feel the length that you've gained here. Notice you can bend the knees here. If you bend the knees, it becomes a little bit more about your lower back. Good. The more you straighten your legs, the more it becomes about your hamstrings. Good. We're not necessarily here to stretch our hamstrings. We're here to find space in our spine, and it's to observe things accurately. I know a lot of people with open hamstrings that are complete assholes. Good. Release the toes. Crawl back out, downward facing dog. And let's move on. Good. So you're going to lift your right leg from down dog. Bend your right knee. Open up your hip gradually. Should feel kind of nice. Notice your right ribs are opening a little bit. That's okay as long as you're aware of it. Good. From here, square your right hip down. Right knee, right elbow. Squeeze and hold it there. Think about, now we're going to work on this side of the body. Notice it's not comfortable, but it's okay. And then right leg all the way back. Inhale. Downward facing dog. Exhale. Lift your left leg. Bend the left knee. Open up that hip. Keep your arms straight as can be. Yeah, just feel that left hip open as you really lift that left knee high. And then square your left hip down. Left knee, left elbow. Squeeze and hold just for 3. Now I want you to really feel the arms get straight for 2. Good. 1. Inhale. Lift your left leg back. Downward facing dog. Exhale. Let's move on. Inhale, lift your hips, bend your knees, step or lightly spring to the top of the mat, please. Inhale, flat spine. Fold in, exhale, chair pose. Bend your knees, squat down, reach up. Stay in chair, hands to heart, twist to the right side. Hook your left elbow out of right knee, right thigh. You're looking for extension through your heart. Good. Yes, see if you can pull the shoulders back a little bit so the heart pulls forward. That's the decompression through the spine. And then use your core to help you come back to chair pose. Inhale. Switch sides as you exhale so the right elbow becomes the anchor and you wrap it to the outer left knee, left thigh. And you slide that heart forward a little bit and let that right hip slide back. Good, nice job. Back to chair pose. Squat all the way down again to your butts. Boat pose. Again, we're not going to hold boat for more than 5 breaths. I just want you to pull that chest up. So there's the tendency to round your back here. Good. So try to pull that arch out of the back. So you're getting nice and flat. You take 1 more inhale here. Lay down on your back. Exhale. Good. Bring the knees into your chest. And stay with your breath. Same thing as last time to start. Bring the right knee in. Pull it into your chest. Extend your left leg forward. Good. Flex your feet. Point your toes back. And pull the nose up to your right knee. Good. Interlace the fingers behind your head. Now it's going to be different now. Let the right knee fall open to the right. Feel the action of extending through your left heel and pulling that right knee towards your right armpit. Now reach your arms forward, inside the leg. Now you see where we're going with it. We just did this. Reach your arms up, flip your palms up. Take 3 breaths and press that ceiling away. Energize the limbs, all 4 of them for 3, 2, a little higher, 1, and release. Nice job. Knees in, right leg forward, left knee in. Good. Nose to left knee. Flex your feet. Point the toes back. Interlace the fingers behind your head. Lift your chest up. Let the left knee fall open to the left. Feel the energy through the limbs. And then reach your arms forward. Good. Now as you reach your arms straight up above, flip your palms up. Keep the knee into the arm. Keep the right leg forward for 3. Lift a little bit more, 2. And 1. Good. Release. Back to happy baby pose. Reach out. Grab the outer edges of your feet. Plug the knees down. Good. Very functional strength we're working on today. You know, what's interesting is that functional strength is things a lot of classes will avoid because it's uncomfortable to develop. But once you develop more strength that's functional, your practice will flow effortlessly. Good. Good. This time, can you slide your fingers to your big toes? First two fingers hook the big toes, and then just send the legs out to the sides. I don't care if they get straight or not. I just want you to feel the groin stretch and open a little bit. And that's it. Slowly release. Knees together. Grab the backs of your legs. Start to get more momentum as you rock back and forth, back and forth. Plant the palms down, downward facing dog. Take the vinyasa if you like. Good. Set your knees down on the ground. Sit on your heels or between your heels. Good. Next step of this process, which if you didn't make it through the first part, you're going to go back to the original. You're going to squeeze the knee to the chest, just like we did. But if you're ready to move on, we'll walk the feet in from the kick-ups to handstand. So either here, or you're going to come up and pull it to the outside of the arm, back and center. So up, outside, back, and center. It might look like this for a lot of us, which is okay. What's going to happen to the dyslexic people is we're going to do this. So remember, we're going to keep the lifted leg lifted straight, and the knee goes outside. We'll try it. Downward facing dog. Step your feet in 6 inches or more if you need it. Lift your right leg up. Feel free to stay with the simple one we did first, with the left knee into the chest. Otherwise, keep that right leg straight up the whole time. Pull the left knee to the chest and a little bit to the left. Give it a try. Trust me, it'll look ugly before it looks pretty. Good job, Chris. Just give it a few hops. Strong arms. That's not bad up here. That's pretty good. Yeah, try it one more time. Saved you. Let's try the other side, guys. Right leg down, lift your left leg up. Commit your left leg to staying straight. It's the right knee that comes into the chest and a little bit to the right. Remember, right knee to the chest and to the right. But keep your left leg straight. It's kind of like, can you chew gum and play basketball at the same time kind of deal. A lot of people can't. That's good, Chris. Get the hang of that. Nice. Very good. 3 more hops. All right, everybody. Down dog or child's pose. Take a few breaths. Making me proud in here. All right, back to downward facing dog. Let's move on. Lift the right leg, inhale, and polish it all off. Right knee, right elbow, squeeze. Feel the same muscles work. 3, 2, 1. Right leg back, inhale. Step it all the way through, top of the mat. Pause here. Spin your back foot flat on the ground. Good. Circle that left arm all the way open behind you. It's called Warrior 2. Spread your chest. Let the shoulders retract a little bit. Soften your tailbone. So you're stretching the tailbone away from the crown of your head. And you're trying to relax your shoulder blades. Oh, very nice. And then it's all about your eyes from there. Wherever the eyes go, that's where the energy flows. You turn your right palm facing up, reverse warrior. Pull through the side body. You can anchor that right knee ahead and enjoy the length. Now the legs don't change. Take one more inhale. Bring your right forearm to your right thigh as you exhale. You can bring your right hand down to the floor here too. That's not a bad idea. Or block. Good. Extend your left arm over your left ear, palm facing down. Yeah. And then feel those under right ribs rolling more and more under you. That's it. Good. Now, without changing your legs, let's revisit reverse warrior. Inhale, sweep it all the way back. And then come right back where you were, forearm to thigh or hand to the mat. Left arm over left ear. 2 more identical to that. Reverse warrior, inhale, find your flow. Good, exhale, right hand down, left arm over left ear. Let's do one more time. Inhale, sweep it back. This time, let it go. Both hands down to the mat. Take the vinyasa. Step your right leg back. Lower down slow. slow and sweet. Inhale, pull that heart open. Nice and sweet. Downward facing dog. Exhale, hips to the sky. Good. Left leg up. Inhale. Left knee, left elbow. Same action we've been feeling. Hold it there for a breath or two. And then sweep it all the way back. Inhale. Step it all the way through. Spin your back foot flat. Warrior two. Circle the right arm open behind you. And over these 5 breaths, you're just refining the technique. You're pressing that left knee open towards the left. Really anchoring that strong right leg. Softening the shoulders. And it sounds crazy, but not working too hard in Warrior 2. Work less. Think less. Nice job. Turn your left palm up. Reverse Warrior. Pull through the side body. Anchor that left knee ahead. Give it an extra inhale here. Left forearm, left thigh as you exhale, or to a block or the floor. Take a few breaths here. Notice if that left shoulder collapsed near your ear. Pull it away from the ear. That's it. Get longer. Good. Now with committing your legs to strength, come on back. Reverse Warrior. Inhale, sweep it back like a bow and arrow in hand. Forearm to thigh or hand down, right arm over. 2 more, just like that. Inhale, Reverse Warrior, sweeping it back. Good. Exhale, forearm to thigh or hand to the mat. Good. One more time. Reverse the flow. Inhale. Let it go. Exhale. Cartwheel the arms down to the ground. Step the left leg back. Lower slow with core strength. Cobra. Inhale. Soften the belly to stretch it. Use the core to bring you back. Downward facing dog. And then everybody, take a big inhale through the nose. Open the mouth. Inhale, wind the hips back, bend the knees, step or lightly hop, top of the mat, please. Inhale, flat spine. Fold in, exhale, chair pose, bend the knees, squat down. Same thing, hands to heart, twist to the right again, left elbow out or right knee. Every time we get back to a twist, the body gets a little more open. If you feel more open, you could straighten your left hand to the ground outside of your right foot and reach your right arm up. There's just a whole lot of options in here. Good. Everybody slowly switch. Use your core to bring you back to chair, and then take it to the other side. Right elbow out or left knee, left thigh. Maybe straighten the right arm down, left arm up. That's personal. Good. Slowly back to chair. Inhale. Last boat. Squat all the way down to your butt. Pull that chest forward again. Just take 5 breaths. Try to take the arch out of your lower back. That's the tough part. And then try to enjoy it. That's probably the other tough part. Good. Last inhale here. Lay down on your backs. Good. Place the soles of your feet together. Let the knees fall open. Place the right hand over your belly, the left hand over your heart. Close the eyes. Good. Go ahead and take a nice big inhale through your nose. Open your mouth, let it go. Next inhale, inhale halfway. Hold your breath. And then inhale to the very top. Hold it in. Halfway exhale, just halfway. Hold it. And then all the air is out. Good. Hold the breath. Notice this moment. You're okay. One more round. Inhale halfway. Hold it in. All the way to the top of the lungs. Hold your breath for 3. Lion's breath in 2. In 1. Stick your tongue out. Let it go. Good. Interlace the fingers behind your head. Lift your chest up. Lift your feet off the ground about a foot, but keep them in the diamond shape. Good. Feel the chest really lift up here rather than rounding forward. And then reach your arms forward just above your toes. Nice. Now listen. Flip your palms forward like you're pressing the wall in front of you, and then just start to move your arms a little higher. Probably about halfway, not all the way, but halfway. Now create crow pose with the knees pulling into your triceps. Press a little bit higher. We're going to hold this for 5. I want you to get a little higher each count. 4. Press that ceiling away. Last 3. Pull those knees a little closer in. Last 2. Now give it all you got for the last 1. Release everything down. Nice job. That's it for the core today. Place the feet on the ground. Bridge pose. Hips width apart. Press the feet down. Peel your hips off the ground and feel every little vertebra of your spine start to lift. Good. If you can take your hands underneath your back, do that, or keep them down by your sides. Maybe crawl the shoulders underneath your spine. Good. And then really breathe 5 deep breaths into that belly center. Now, the shape of the body is just a conduit in which the medicine can flow through you, the medicine being the oxygen. In this case, the medicine being the inhale. Good, beautiful. Take one more inhale, release all the way down, exhale. Grab the backs of your legs, knees together. Rock and roll your way all the way back and forth. This time we're going to meet at the top of the mat in a yogi squat. Feet a little wider than shoulder width, maybe wider than that if need be. Point the toes out about 45 degrees. Palms together, pull the chest forward and breathe. Good. If you have wrist injuries, you're going to stay here. Otherwise, we get to create the real thing now. Hands to the ground. Good. Notice it's hard to straighten the arms here. It's not hard on your back when you're laying on your back, but it's really hard here. Find chaturanga. Bend your elbows first. Pull the elbows in like you're doing chaturanga. Then find your balance. Good. Maybe just lift one foot up or try both feet. Good. And then work the arms towards straight. Straighter and straighter. Good. Last 3. And 2. Down dog in 1 step or hop the feet back. Lower slow if you did hop back. Good. Nice job. Good. Last standing series to go. Let's get it. Lift the right leg back. Inhale. Step it all the way through as you exhale. Spin your back foot flat. Good. Back to warrior 2. Circle the left arm open behind you. Turn your right palm up. Since we're here, come back to reverse warrior. And then place your right hand on the floor inside of your right foot. Drop your left hand behind your back. Good. Wrap the inner right thigh. Open up that left chest. Good. Full bind's an option for those of you who can pull it off. Right hand underneath your right leg. Grab the fingertips or the wrist. And now we're not here for long, so really energize those arms. Open that left chest a little more for 3. Good. Last 2, like you're pulling up on the right leg for 2. Good. Take 1. And then right hand down, left arm up. Take a moment. And then press up to warrior 2. Good. Hands to the hips. Straighten your right leg. Pivot your right foot in parallel. Take an inhale. Forward fold as you exhale. Right between those legs. Should feel sweet. Good. Make sure the feet are actually parallel. I see at least 4 people in here with not parallel feet. That means your hips are going to take a little bit of a narrow stance, which therefore your lower back is going to be the one who is the victim. So make sure the feet are always parallel. Good. Good. From here, go ahead and take your right hand right underneath your face on the wood floor. Yeah, or a block's a good idea. Reach your left arm up. It's a twist. Can you twist from your belly more than your chest? And then maybe take your left hand behind your back, wrap the inner right thigh. Good. Then pull the right shoulder away from your right ear so your heart's pulling forward. That's it. Getting longer in all directions. Nice. Good. Slowly release. Left hand down, crawl over to your right toes. Spin your right toes to the front of the room. We're going to come into crescent pose. So you want to bend the right knee 90 degrees. Frame your right foot. Spin onto your left toes, please. Crescent. Sweep your arms straight up. Good. Take an inhale, reach higher, hands to the heart, twist to the right as you exhale. Hook the left elbow outside of your right leg. Good. Extend your heart forward. Breathe as you do it. Know that you can always set your left knee down here, especially if you're wobbling around a whole lot and you can't effectively twist. Good. Now moving back to crescent takes a lot of skill. It takes your time. Come back to crescent. Inhale, reach your arms high. Now with skill again, spin your back foot flat, back to warrior 2, and straighten your right knee. Triangle pose. Inhale, reach out for the front wall, and then exhale, drop your right hand down on that straight right leg, somewhere around the shin bone. Good. Take the left hand behind your back, wrap the inner right thigh, or just open your left chest. You don't have to be able to wrap the thigh. Good. Everybody, start to look down in front of your right toes. Good. As you look down in front of your right toes, bend your right knee, crawl the right hand forward, and then eventually lift your left leg up and off the floor. So you're in what's called a half bound, half moon pose. Now, if you want to unleash that left arm up, you can go ahead and do that. Good. Good, nice job. Take one more inhale. Both hands down on the ground as you exhale, feet together, top of the mat. Inhale, flatten the back. Step back to plank position. Hold that. Good. Step your feet together in plank pose. Roll onto the outer edge of your right foot. Reach your left arm straight up. You can set your right knee down here if you like. That might preserve energy. Good. Otherwise, extend your left arm out and over your left ear. And then left arm up, last inhale. Let's meet in downward facing dog as you exhale. Yeah, nice job. Last standing series. Left side to go. Lift your left leg up as you inhale. Step it all the way through as you exhale. Spin your back foot flat. Warrior two first. Circle the right arm open behind you. Turn your left palm up. Reverse the warrior and continue the inhale. And then exhale, left hand to the floor inside of your left foot. Drop your right hand behind your back. And go for the wrap. Any wrap here will do. It doesn't have to be the full wrap. Good. Peel that right chest open. Feel that outer left hip pull underneath you. Yeah. And if you have real tight hips here, it's really hard to open that right chest, but that's the action you want to feel. Nice. Good, you got it. Now nice and slow. That left hand comes down. That right arm shoots straight on up. And then slowly press up to warrior two. Hands to the hip. Straighten your left knee. Pivot your left foot in. Face the side of the room. Good. Big shoulder stretch. Hands behind the back. Either touch your fists together or your palms together. Fingers point up. Stand up tall. Inhale. Fold forward as you exhale. Good. So they call it reverse prayer, reverse namaste, or just tap the fist. That's what I do. Good. And then notice, if you're nursing a lower back injury, bending the knees is helpful. I know I'm always bending my knees trying to protect my back. Good. Nice job. Release the hands down to the ground. Good. Keep your left hand on the floor. Underneath your face, right on that wood floor. Reach your right arm straight up. Good. And then if you liken it, take your right hand behind your back, wrap the inner left thigh, and open your right chest a little bit more to the sky. Feel like you're twisting from your navel, from your low back, from your abdomen. Good. And then slowly release the right hand down. Crawl over to your left toes. Spin your left toes to the front of the room, setting up for crescent pose. Spin onto the right toes. Inhale, sweep it all the way up. Good. Remember, you got to draw the tailbone down, reach high, inhale, and then twist to the left as you exhale, palms together. Feel free to set your right knee down on the floor, and then roll those left ribs open. That's it. Stay with your breath. Good. Coming back up to the top. It's not going to be easy. Take it slow. Inhale. And then back foot flat again, warrior two, exhale. Last two standing poses today. Triangle pose, straighten that left leg. Inhale, reach for the front wall like you're trying to touch it. And then drop the left hand down around the shin or ankle bone. Good. Left toes pointed straight ahead. Good. And then take the right hand, slide it behind your back for that half bind. If you want to grab the shorts or the pants or wrap it to the inner left thigh, that's cool. Go ahead and look down in front of your left toes, bend your left knee, crawl your left hand forward, and eventually lift your right leg up and off the floor. Yes. So you're on those fingertips or a block so that you're a little higher up. Go do what you want with that right hand for this last couple breaths. Take one more inhale here. Right hand down, square the hip. Feet together, exhale. Good. Inhale, flatten the back. Step back to plank position. Hold that. Feet together. Roll onto the outer edge of your left foot. Reach your right arm up. You can set your left knee down. If nothing else, to protect your ego. Good. Extend your right arm over the right ear. Maybe lift the hips up a little higher in the air. And you're not here for long. Not here to overwhelm ourselves or underwhelm ourselves either. Right arm up last inhale. Down dog as you exhale. Good. Set the knees down on the ground. Sit on the heels. Last strong minute of the class. And it's not even necessarily strong as it is technical. Good. So we're going to put it all together with pikes. So from down dog, strong straight arms, we're going to just bend and hop. Both feet up. It's going to look like this for most of us. If you're more comfortable going higher, then come a little higher. If you get stuck up there, you can hold it. If you want to try the knees outside, you can try that. Either way, give it a try. 10 hops. And then it'll all be downhill from there. Downward facing dog. Good. Little hops are good. There you go. Little tiny hops, the newer you are. Feel those strong arms. Press the floor away from you as you lift your feet. That's it, Chris. Give it 5 more hops. Now you're getting a feel for it up here. 3, 2, and 1. Good. Everybody meet on your back. Ah. Bring the knees into your chest. Let the energy settle. Good. Place the left foot on the floor. Keep the knee bent. Place the right ankle on top of your left knee. Good. Thread the needle, pigeon. Slide the hand, that right hand through the triangular opening. Grab the left thigh or the left shin. And let that hip unravel. Very nice. So you're trying to lengthen your tailbone here at the same time, pulling that right knee or that right shin a little closer. That left shin in this case. Nice job. From here, place that left foot back on the floor. Slide your right knee all the way over on top of your left knee. And then drop your knees to the left. Open your right arm to the right. Good. It's a twist. Just trying to soften everything you can. Let the body relax. Slowly come back to center line. And then switching sides. So the right foot comes down, left ankle stacks on top of your right knee. And then thread through that little triangular opening to find your little reclining pigeon or thread the needle pigeon pose. I'm trying to stay focused on your breathing even through these last few minutes. And when you're ready, set that right foot on the floor. Slide the left knee all the way over the right knee. And then continue the twist. Drop the knees over to the right. Open your left arm to the left. There, everybody, come on back to the center line. Setting up for Shavasana. Hug the knees into the chest. Last time. Squeeze yourself into a tiny little ball of energy. Nose to the knees to the nose. Take one last big inhale. Squeeze it all. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Let it all go. Shavasana. Final resting pose. Good. You guys made it. The warm-ups are over. 60 minutes of asana practice designed to relax your physical body. You should be feeling that right about now. And now you close the eyes because it's all about what's inside, not outside at this point. So what's interesting is that, if you were to take a microscope and try to break down the human body and look at a cell, look to the very nucleus of the cell, and then look to the nucleus of the nucleus, and keep on looking deeper, that basically there's not much of an end that we can find. Now, what's interesting about that is that there's a lot of things like that in the outer space as well, in the universe. And so for me, Shavasana is all about just kind of coming back to that place of inner space, the vastness, the infiniteness of yourself. Take your time and relax and explore. And the deeper you go, the deeper the reward will be. And before we continue on with our day, just place the right hand over your belly, the left hand over your heart. Notice how you feel. Be grateful for how you feel. Be grateful that you showed up. And then take a nice big deep inhale into that right hand, covering the belly. Take an inhale. And then open the mouth, let that go. Same thing, hand over the heart. One last big deep inhale here. And then open the mouth. Good. Thank you guys so much for your practice today. Namaste.